Hello, everyone. Um, Once again, I'm taking time out of my day at work, taking a break to record this because it's something that's been on my mind quite a bit, and I've been putting off recording this, but I can't wait anymore, and I feel I owe an explanation to the people who have been asking. So, I didn't upload a big video this weekend, and I've been dropping the ball on my updates for the challenge. And the reason for that is that a member of my family tested positive for COVID this weekend. And it's someone that I care very much about, and it's someone that's been as safe as possible. And so that was scary for us as a family. And that hitting so close to home really sent me spiraling into all sorts of things. Depression, rage, anxiety, everything hit at once. It was like this flood, and it just sucked the life out of me. It made it so I didn't want to do anything but sleep. And it was very hard to be functional all weekend. And here's the thing. This person in question's been as safe as they could be. As safe as they could reasonably be. My family has been extremely cautious in terms of the pandemic. We sanitize all our groceries that we get delivered before they get put away. We wear masks everywhere. Hand sanitizer in our car, in every room of the house. We made masks for ourselves and the kids, everything. We wear masks everywhere we go. But here's the scary thing. Not everyone's doing that. And it's not over. The first wave isn't even finished here in America. And now we're already reopening things. And yeah, the economy is important. People need to work. I'm not going to say that those things don't matter. But what I'm seeing is people are pretending like there's just no more pandemic. And it's just like the news cycle. You get bored with something and you move past it and you pretend it doesn't exist anymore or it's not a problem. I went to this mall this weekend. It's a mall that we take care of at my work. And I saw these customers lining up. The stores are complying. They're limiting the amount of people that can come in. They're requiring people to wear masks inside, all that. But the people lined up outside, not a single mask. No social distancing. No one's taking any of this seriously. That's terrifying, because that's how this spreads. We had all these protests for Black Lives Matter recently, and the protesters were all wearing masks. I know people that were at these protests. I have footage, pictures. All these protests were being as safe as possible, because they understood that being safe and considerate of the health of the people around you is vitally important. The protests are vitally important. All of these things matter. You don't get to pick and choose what's important. And then I have these conversations with people who are telling me, oh, masks don't help that much. Or, oh, here's a single study by some rogue doctor that says, oh, this masks don't help or masks hurt. You don't care about the data. You don't care about the data and the science. Or they'll tell me, oh, well, I'm just sick of the flip-flopping. I'm sick of one day they tell you this thing, the next day they tell you that thing. Look, I do care about the science. I do care about the data. And you know what the data says? Wear a mask. The medical consensus, the World Health Organization, the Center for Disease Control, all the major medical institutes say wear a mask. Because you're protecting each other, not just yourself. You're protecting the people around you when you wear a mask. It's not an impingement on your freedom. Your freedom to swing your fist stops at the end of my nose. You don't want to wear a mask? Then stay home. It's not the other way around. Because you know what? The virus doesn't stay home. The virus goes where the people are. So if you don't want to wear a mask, don't leave your house. Because if you even get exposed and you're asymptomatic, you can spread that to thousands of people very quickly. That's why it's a pandemic. Because the rate of transmission is incredibly high. And it transmits easily. And we see all these states that reopen too early and they're seeing spikes in cases. Don't tell me I don't care about numbers and data because I'm following the medical consensus. That is the data. They follow the data because the overwhelming majority of information we have says to wear a mask, follow these basic hygienic protocols to keep everyone safe because it matters. And you know what? The other thing about the flip-flopping, that's how science works. You learn something new, you change your opinion. I learned something new, I changed my opinion, and I admit when I'm wrong. I prefer to know that I was wrong about a thing and adopt the new information and be correct. I don't make a decision and then stick to it and fight tooth and nail to be right. I want to be right. I want to believe as many true things as possible and as few false things as possible. And a big part of that is following the data, following the consensus of experts. People who study these things for their entire lives, they devote their lives to these things. That's how it works. You aren't going to find some niche YouTube channel that says some conspiracy theory, and they have a guy on there that claims to be a doctor that says, you know, they spout out some medical jargon, and then they say that, you know, it's a hoax, or masks are bad, or this or that or the other thing. That's not how any of this works. And if you think it is, you are mistaken. I heard a really interesting thing on I wish I could remember who said it. I read it was either an article or something, but vice signaling is a thing. It's a term that they're starting to throw around because everyone's familiar with virtue signaling, right? Trying to get attention for shouting out about some kind of a thing that is virtuous, right? Like Black Lives Matter or transgender rights, or you know, any other social issue, right? You can virtue signal by just saying a thing about it, and then you get attention for it, and everyone pats you on the back. Well, vice signaling is a very, very real thing now, and it's not helpful. It's counterproductive. It's the opposite of virtue signaling. You actively denounce a thing that is socially progressive, socially beneficial, just to, I don't know, make your position known, to show everyone what a rebel you are, to stand up against the whatever. It's such a baffling concept. I'm having a hard time forming words around it. You're not a hero for saying that you're standing up for your freedoms and by not wearing a mask or by not following safety protocols. You're not a hero. You're endangering the people around you, and you're being selfish. Period. End of discussion. That's all you're doing. If you value your personal right to not wear a mask over the health and safety of others, you're selfish, and that's what you're doing. I personally am at extreme risk, as are my children. I have pre-existing health conditions that they make it so that I would get, in most cases, I would likely have a severe problem if I were to contract COVID-19, as do at least 2 of my children. So if you are someone that is knowingly resisting the health protocols, the safety protocols for the people around you, and you think you're doing it as a declaration of your independence, as some kind of a patriotic, symbolic liberty thing, you're full of crap, and I don't want to associate with you. And you sure as heck won't be around my kids. Because you're telling me with your vice signaling that you and what you value is far more important to you than the safety of those around you. That includes my family. That includes my friends. To those of you that haven't heard from me in a while and think that I'm angry at you, I'm not. I might have been initially. I might have been mad at a lot of people, and that anger was misplaced. And I'm sorry for that. But I'm mad at everyone. I'm mad at the world. I'm mad at myself for the mistakes that I've made. The small slip-ups. Okay? I've made mistakes. We all have. But mostly I'm mad at the people that are being selfish and endangering everyone else. I am still upset, I am still depressed, and I am still extremely anxious over the situation. That's not going away anytime soon. I will try to resume my schedule for videos and stuff, because I do have a small following of people that enjoy it. And for those of you that are sticking with me, and those of you that are watching this, I appreciate it, and I love you for it. And if you want to debate me or argue with me about this anymore, any of you, I'm not interested. I'm over it. I'm done. Because I see no reason to continue debating selfish people. All it does is waste my energy, and it gives those people a feeling that their platform, their position, has merit. If I debate you, if I argue with you, I'm lending credibility to your position, and it doesn't have any. Your position does not have any credibility. It doesn't have a leg to stand on, and I'm not going to entertain it anymore. So to those of you that I've hurt, those of you that are upset, or that think that I'm upset with you, I'm sorry, and I want to move on from here. But to those of you that are being selfish, I am over you, and I am done. I'm done with you. I'm seeing too many selfish people. I'm seeing too many people not taking precautions. And we're not even through the first wave, and the second wave is bound to hit. It might not even be a second wave, honestly. This might just resurge and take a lot more lives. It's still killing people. People are still contracting it. Like, this is absurd. I hope that this video reaches even a couple people that are maybe not being as safe as they could be. I don't have very much outreach. A lot of people don't see my videos. And, that's fine. But if anyone hears this and maybe you reconsider some of your actions, great. That's all I want. I want a couple of people to reconsider. Just a couple of people can save lives. It does not take much to make a big change in the world, and all you have to do is be a little safer. Be a little less selfish. Alright, this video is already 15 minutes long. That's my entire break, so thank you, everyone. Be safe out there, and hopefully I'll resume my regular schedule soon. I love you all.